Robert Rivas Radio.
Cuatro caminos. Es que todo me gusta de ti. Laura, todo me gusta de ti. Chiquitiquipum, hace mi corazón chiquitiquipum, me va a matar.
American Honky Tonk Bar Association.
Tejano and much more.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Pete and Jesse Gonzalez of Tierra Tejana. Welcome, guys.
Un saludo. This is Pete Gonzalez, the singer.
Este es Jesse Gonzalez. Buenos días.
I'm telling you, I just finished having some tacos here with these guys here in Seguin.
They were awesome.
And they were just simply excellent, man. I mean, man, I think I've only eaten once here in Seguin, and that was today. I mean, siempre I just passed through here, man. But of course, when you're driving through Seguin, all you think about is, this is Tierra Tejana country. No doubt about it. Now, guys, let me ask y'all, there's a lot of hype going on right now with Tierra Tejana. You guys are making a comeback. Everybody's simply happy about this. Now, let me ask y'all, where did this all start? Before we even start talking about what's going to be happening this weekend, I want to find out, people want to know, where did Tierra Tejana start?
Well, this all started last year sometime in the beginning of the year. Lupe and us, Lupe came and asked me también if we were willing to get together again, because we felt it was time, it was time to do it again. And Lupe, I'm happy here at home on my weekends, just not doing anything, but if we are willing to get, do it from the heart, not just get together to go play, but really, for it to still mean something to us, why not? Let's give it a shot, and let's try it again. Let's all four of us, los carnales, get together, let's talk, and let's see what we can come up with. And then from there, we proceeded to talk to the original members, which is Luis Salinas on trumpet and Randy Lalaine on trumpet, see if we're willing to go for it. And then from there, we would find another sax player and another bass player to join the group. And it happened in April of last year was our first gig in San Antonio.
After 18 years, we decided to do it again.
18 years.
I got to tell you, I've been in the music business a too long, sometimes I think time. And I hear of concerts coming and going through San Antonio, and I just kind of like yawn. But when I heard Tierra Tejana was performing in San Antonio, and I said, wow, what happened to Tierra Tejana, man? It's simply awesome to have these guys back. Now, you guys, let's go back. Let's go back to the very, very beginning of Tierra Tejana, when you guys very, very got started, back in the 70s, if I got that right.
Yes.
Now, who put this thing together?
Was my brothers. Originally, I had 5 brothers of mine. I wasn't in the group yet. It started out as the Miracles on Milagrosos way back in the 60s. So then from there, it turned into, at 4 years old, I joined the band, and then it was 6 brothers. And at tiempo, we were called Little Pete and the Miracles. And then from there, we would do gigs con Agustin Ramirez. And at one point, we got together and we joined with Agustin Ramirez in 75, 76. Yeah. And we were together for a year, a month, somewhere on there. And then after that, that's when we decided to go on our own again, nosotros hermanos, but under a different name. And that's when we became Tierra Tejana in 1977.
How unreal is that? And I got to tell you, back in the 70s, no doubt there was a lot of brass, should I say? Well, a lot of bands were playing brass at the time. Yeah. Now, right now, today, if you find a band with brass, that's like hitting the lottery.
Oh, man, that's rare.
It doesn't happen. It's very, very rare. Okay, so now, in the 70s, Tierra Tejana was put together. Now, one of your first main hits, correct me if I'm wrong, was Pensé Drogarte, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Exactly.
Give me the lowdown on this.
That was written by Lupe Gonzalez. Lupe's one of the songwriters in the band, junto con my other brother Joe. That he's not in the band anymore. He's in Hawaii right now. But they're the songwriters. And Lupe's the type that he hears somebody say something, talk about whatever that's happening in their lives or something that they saw. All of a sudden, it becomes a song.
Yeah, he heard this person talk about they were in love, whatever, tiró los retratos.
They got mad, no, hombre, comenzó a decir, tiré todos los retratos, quemé todas las cartas, y pensé rogarle, pero mejor decidí que no, solo que, and Lupe was just listening. Next thing you know, there's the song, Pensé rogarte.
Watch what you say, because Lupe's gonna write about it.
That's simply awesome. I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break, but for right now, I'm going to go ahead and play your number one hit back in the day that got everything started for Tierra Tejana, Pensé Rogarte. Thank you for joining me on Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more.
Ole, raza. Zapatele, 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 zapatele. Ya no te quiero, ya me hallé otro querer. Un querer sincero y que sabe comprender. Todo el mundo sabe cómo fuiste tu mujer. Fuiste tú muy mala con mi amor, ya te olvidé. Pensé rogarte, pero ¿para qué? Mejor te olvido. ¿Para qué seguir contigo? Todos los retratos que me diste los tiré, y todas las cartas que mandaste las quemé. Zapatele, 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 zapatele. Tú ni tan siquiera conociste el amor. Yo sentía mucho en mi pecho un gran dolor. Por eso es que yo pensé rogarte una vez más, pero me hallé otro querer que sabía amar. Pensé rogarte, pero ¿para qué? Mejor te olvido. ¿Para qué seguir contigo? Todos los retratos que me diste los tiré, y todas las cartas que mandaste las quemé.
Robert Rivas Radio.
Botoncito de cariño, volveré. Ahora quiero que me quieran. Baila esta cumbia. Cadillac, blackjack, to the radio. Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more. And we're back with Tierra Tejana. And I got to tell you, man, these guys they are a joy to talk to, really. In all reality, man, I've seen these guys perform many times, but I've never had the pleasure of meeting them, and they're really, really nice guys, and they carry an appetite también.
Oh, yeah. We're healthy.
They carry an appetite. Anyways, and so do I. So, okay. Now, I tell you what. Now, you guys signed with T.H. Rodman in 1979. ¿Qué pasó ahí?
Yes, in 1979, we signed with TH, and we put out our very first album with them, que se llamaba Puro Party Album, and which ahí tenemos una polka, in fact, que se llama Puro Party Polka. And then from there, we proceeded to do a bunch of albums. They wanted us to do 2 a year. So every year we were putting out 2. At that time, eran 8 tracks, and then later became cassettes. And then after that was CDs, and that's around the time where we did Where's the Party Dude?
Yeah, Where's the Party
Que
Dude?
era donde estaban las hijas de Don Simón. You know, that one was really the biggest hit we've ever had under Tierra Tejana. And was known all this time for, you know, las polcas, las rancheras and all that. And then all of a sudden here we come with a cumbia and a cumbia rap.
Now, let me ask you this, Pete. Las hijas de Don Simón, who wrote the song?
Yes, Lupe. Again.
Where did he come up with this idea?
Bueno, at that time, apenas in the English circuit, estaba comenzando the rap. You know, all these artists were coming out with rap.
Right.
So one day, here we're going down the road, y nosotros como siempre joking around, you know, talking. Well, one of our members, Luis Salinas, starts talking. He goes, hijo, ahora ya se está oyendo a bunch of rap there. Everybody's coming out with rap. Ahora nomás falta que salgan con una rap polka or rap cumbia or whatever. And guess who's in the back listening? Lupe. So he said, hijo, se le vino una idea. So then one day, pues we started practicing to put out a new album. Y me dice, hey, I got this cumbia that I'm gonna put rap to it. No, dice Lupe, come on, you're losing it, you know. What are you talking about? A cumbia with rap? Yeah. No, mira, it starts like this. You know, the drums, you know, and then okay, the saxes I want y'all to do ta 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 ta. Comienza hina. Okay, dice, and then right here we start singing. Dice, and then right here we're gonna start rapping. Dice, órale. Me dice, mira, you're gonna say this, or I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna ask you this, and you're gonna answer me in this manner. So, like, ahí estamos nosotros just laughing away, you know.
We didn't think it was for real.
You know.
You thought it was all fun and games, right?
And then on top of that, we go, Lupe, our record company, what are they going to say? You know, they've known us for polka, rancheras, for everything, and then we're going to come up and record
you guys lost it already.
You know? So, look, we went and we had, I believe it was like 13 songs. And the 13th song was Las Hijas de Don Simón. And that one was because we don't know whether to put it on there or not, or to play it for the producer. We made 2 different copies, one with 12 songs and the other one with 13 songs. Porque todo el tiempo we would get together with the guys from the record company in San Antonio and tell them, look, this is what we recorded, what y'all want to release out as the first, you know. Sure. So look, we were on the way up there, us brothers were talking, but which one should we play them? Do we play them the one donde está Las Hijas de Don Simón or no? Well, by accident, we gave them the one donde estaban las hijas de Don Simón.
We weren't going to give it to them.
You know, we weren't going to let them hear it because we were going to say, pues estos ya they lost it already, you know.
Right.
So look, as the songs are playing, the guys listen, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, yeah, esa está buena, que this and that. And then al último comienza, oh, so we look at each other like, oh, no. You know, el guy de ahí, he just sits and he's got his attention. Y está viendo la cumbia y la está viendo, ok, esa está buena. Y luego cuando comienza el rap, he just jumps up, ese es el guitazo que ese. And we look at each other like...
He got up and went and called the president of the company.
Yeah, he was walking back and forth and called president of the company in Miami, because the main branch was in Miami. Y que aquí tenemos el guitazo de Tierra Tejana y que ve para acá, que se lo mandó. Bueno, at that time, they decided to release it around November, almost close to around December. Which normally you don't release anything, because that's the holidays. You know, you're not going to really do much of it.
That's right.
By the time we knew it in January, it had already gone gold. I mean, it was just...
It went that fast without it.
And by next thing we know, I mean, we're going all over the place.
I got to tell you, I've DJ'd at many cantinas, bars, back in the 80s, early 90s, before I jumped onto the Studio 54 of Tejana Music, T-Town. Todo chingón, ¿verdad? Pero I can remember, dude, I was playing Las Hijas de Don Simón, and it was always requested, hey, Robert, you have Las Hijas de Don Simón? But even if there was not a DJ in the cantina, bar, whatever, it was in the jukebox, man. Yeah. You would hear it everywhere. It was just simply a smash hit for you guys.
We had to play it 2-3 times a night. I mean, we
Imagine
were
we wouldn't
playing.
have given it to him.
I mean, it was godsend. I mean, uno nunca pensaba. I mean, we never thought it was going to be that major of a hit. I mean,
Diosito dijo, no,
we almost left it out, and man, now it's...
This is history now.
Can you imagine, guys, if you had left it out, you wouldn't be here in the car with me. I tell you what, man, we're speaking of Las Hijas de Don Simón. Let's go ahead and play it. Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more, and I'm here with Tierra Tejana y Las Hijas de Don Simón.
Míralas, ahí vienen llegando.
Robert Rivas Radio.
El amor se acaba, ya no hay nada entre los dos. Tú eres la
Wasted days and wasted nights. All my exes live in Texas. This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more. And I'm back here with Tierra Tejana and the memories of hearing Las Hijas de Don Simón. And I've mentioned it several times when I play the song on my morning show. And I say, man, you know what? I've always wanted to meet one of Las Hijas de Don Simón. I don't care which one it is. I don't care what she looks like. I just know that she's a star because Tierra Tejana made him a star. Just one of them for 10 minutes. That's all I need, man. 10 minutes. Anyway, guys, it's really, I mean, what a pleasure it is for me to meet you guys and have you on my morning show. Let me ask you this now. Okay, now we're going to move forward. Las Hijas de Don Simón, blockbuster hit, monster hit. You guys are on fire. Next, what was the next CD?
The next CD era Time to Celebrate. Esta también had cumbias with rap on it because they still wanted for us to keep going and as far as on that direction, putting out some more cumbias with rap, which is Time to Celebrate y Yo Quiero Bailar. Those two songs, and one of them again written by Lupe, and the other one was written by my brother Joe Gonzalez, that's in Hawaii.
Which we're well known to.
So esa también became hits for us, and todavía esa es la que dice Fred. My name's not Fred, so like, todita la semana tuve que trabajar, and a lot of people relate, Hoy es día de pago y yo quiero celebrar,
That's right.
So I've seen that a lot in our Facebook. Right. Hey, it's Friday. It's time to celebrate.
That's right. I was when we were having our taquito, we were talking. I was telling Tierra Tejana, I was telling Pete, and Jesse here that, I think that the reason you guys got as big as you did back in that time, I think timing is everything in life. To me, timing is everything.
It's all in God's timing.
That's right. And to me, some of the lyrics y'all put together, the way y'all would put them together, put them out there, sing them, people embraced them. You had the same, como se dice, you had the same, you were talking their language.
Yeah,
¿Me entiendes?
relate.
I was telling Pete just a while ago, I was saying, when he would, it's Tierra Tejana when you hear zapateo, 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 put a party. I said, that's Tierra Tejana. That is their mark right there. Esa es la marca de Tierra Tejana. Now, guys, let me ask you, Pete, and I know you explained this to me earlier. Where did you come up with the zapateo, put a party kind of a deal, man?
We were playing. I don't remember exactly en donde, pero we've always had our tradition is we play 3-4 songs back to back. Las polcas, we play one right after the other. Si la gente anda baile, pues con más ganas. And if the people don't start dancing with the first song, then we play another song. And if they don't start dancing we play another song. Bueno, I don't remember como digo where we were playing, pero ya by the third song, todavía no se levantaban a bailar. And Lupe is the type that, he's got all that energy también que he wants the people to get up and dance, porque pues in the first place, that's where you go to dance for.
Sure.
To go dance. So lo que we called out the next song, Pensé Rogarte. So as we start, dice Lupe, órale raza, ¿van a bailar o no? Si no, pues, zapatele. He started, almost like in a mad kind of way, pero comenzó. Y la gente que all of a sudden pescó la onda, and they got up, started dancing, and it fit into that same song. And we still hadn't recorded that song, but let's say, hey, well, let's play it. Let's see what kind of feeling we get from the people.
I was telling these guys, I was telling them, how can people have a good time if the band's not having a good time? To me, that's been my foundation to any kind of entertainer. I've seen band members who are up on stage, singers, and I'm not going to mention names, where they're singing, and in between a song, he's looking at his watch. Or you see the bass player looking at his watch, like they're just ready to get out of there. If these guys don't want to be there performing, then somebody else will perform. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. People want to see band members, they want to see entertainers up on stage that want to be there, that want to entertain
exactly.
people.
Nosotros siempre nos has encantado. What were you going to say, Chuy?
No, nomás de que that's what's our idea, that we try to relate to the people. We are the people. Nosotros somos iguales que ellos. So every song, anything we did on stage, we wanted them to come to our world at the same time we were relating to their world. Right. So it was a good communication.
That's what we would always say. And, up on stage is our world, and we have we enjoy it so much. We love playing the music so much that we want the people to come into our world. And that means by dancing, tirando gritos, even if you're tapping your foot, you're with your head shaking, whatever, at least as long as you enjoy the music, that's what we want the people to do. Enjoy the music.
Sure. And at the end of the night, as long as you see all that, y'all guys say mission accomplished.
Yeah, exactly.
¿Verdad?
It felt, it always felt good. I don't remember tocada that we didn't feel good. Whether there was 5 people, whether there was 65,000 people, we always enjoyed ourselves. We had a great time up on stage, and we just love to play music because it made it easier when you're playing for the people.
Yes, sir. That's simply awesome. Now, I'm going to backtrack here a little bit. We've been talking about the song for a little bit, and I wish you guys could have heard us talking about this song, porque my listeners know that I play the song called Te Quiero by Tierra Tejana. To me, I've embraced this song. I think it's simply an awesome song. It's a bilingual ballad. I call it an old school ballad, an old school love song. It's called Te Quiero. Now, of course, Pete sings the song, and I tell him, hey, Pete, what year did it come out? He goes, Robert, I don't even know when I came out. So I got him kind of twisted here, and we called up
Lupe.
We called up Lupe. See, I can't remember Lupe's name. We called up Lupe. Hey, Lupe, you wrote the song. When did it come out? I don't know either, but who knows when this song came out?
See, because, we had said with the record company we were with, they wanted us to record as much as we could. We would put out 2 albums a year. So we were recording music left and right of all flavors, bilingual songs that Lupe wrote, my brother Joe wrote, and they still have a bunch of songs that we still haven't recorded, and that's another plan. We'll talk down the line that we're going to be doing. Pero we did so many songs. I don't know, for the people that seen our Facebook, I've been putting a lot of material out there from way back from 77 up to the recent. There's so much material out there that para acordarnos. And that song, I want to say it was in 1984. Give or take maybe a year or so, but it was around that time.
When I first talked to Pete, when I called him and I was trying to set up this interview, I told Pete, hey, dude, I'm playing your song. He goes, which one? I go, Te Quiero. Really? Like, no way, you're playing that song? I said, why not, Pete? What the hell, Pete? What did I do?
Like Lupe was saying, that at that time he was relating to almost like when Barry White, he would sing his romantic songs and then he would talk in between. The thing is with us that ever since back in the 60s, Lupe has been writing bilingual songs. So he as he was starting to write that song, he started getting bilingual. He was going Spanglish, como la raza. Nowadays, sure. You start talking in Spanish y acabas en inglés. Or you start talking in English y acabas en mexicano like I just did right now.
Right.
So y luego, pues, cuando you're talking to a girl, hey, baby, tú sabes que te quiero, right? You're mixing it all in. So that's how that song pretty much is related.
Kind of like, you know what, Pete? I'm going to put you on the spot here, man. And I was, sing that little part where it goes, baby, I'm in so. I'm not going to sing it because, dogs are going to start barking around here, dude. But give us a little taste of this, okay?
Baby, I'm in love, so in love with you. Te quiero con todo mi corazón.
Isn't that's simply awesome, man? It really is. I'm going to go pick up a 12-pack. I tell you what, let me go ahead and play the song Te Quiero by Tierra Tejana, Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more.
Baby, I'm in love, so in love with you. Te quiero con todo mi corazón. Baby, I'm in love, so in love with you. Te quiero con todo mi corazón. Ever since you came into my life, quisiera tenerte en mis brazos. Whenever I'm alone and without you, girl, como quisiera besar tus dulces labios. Baby, I'm in love, so in love with you. Te quiero con todo mi corazón. Baby, I'm in love, so in love with you. Te quiero con todo mi corazón. Baby, I'm in love, so in love with you. Te quiero con todo mi corazón. Baby, I'm in love, so in
Robert Rivas Radio.
Las nubes que van pasando se paran a lloviznar.
En la costa se goza mucho con charanga.
Pop a top again. Country girl, shake it for me.
Robert Rivas Radio. Tejano and much more.
Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more. And we're back with Tierra Tejana. And I got to tell you, man, this song, Te Quiero, I know that Pete's criticizing me on his own song. I don't care, Pete. I like it. I like it a lot. And actually, I've had many people ask me, Robert, who sings that song? And I tell them, they go, no way, Tierra Tejana. I said, that's right. They always seem to think it's an East LA band or something like that, but it's not. It's a Seguin, Texas band, Tierra Tejana. Anyways, let's move forward. Now, before we can move forward, we need to talk about you guys. I hate to use the word split up, but I'm going to say semi-retired. What happened, guys? And you know, give me the straight lowdown, man. Si alguien se agarró chingazos con otra persona, somebody said a bad joke, or alguien no se bañaba, I don't know. What happened, guys?
Por so many years nos debíamos feria. So cuando salió Las Hijas Simón, we paid each other off and said, okay, we don't have to stay together anymore. No, pero actually,
what happened, guys?
Cuando salió Las Hijas de Don Simón, by that time ya teníamos like about, 28 years on the road. I mean, we started the Chavalos, and that's Tierra Tejana, and then plus Los Hermanos. I mean, we started back in the 60s. So cuando salió Las Hijas de Don Simón, I mean, everything broke loose. We were touring out of state 4 or 5 months. Nos íbamos 3, 4, 5 months. And in between, they would fly us to, like, our record company was flying us to Florida, go do TV shows over there, Sábado Gigante, Despierta América. We were doing all kinds of TV shows.
Let's see Texas in the air.
Fly back and finish our tour. Comenzábamos en Seattle, Washington. And then acabábamos en El Paso about 3 months later. We were doing up the West Coast in California, 2 cities a night, starting like from Wednesday to Thursday. Constantly we would sleep in airports to catch the early flight to go somewhere else, to go do a TV show. So lo que ya by towards the end, it was starting to, it caught up to us.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And then plus también, it was a lot of things were changing. The industry, La Onda was starting to take a different direction.
We had families.
Family también, I mean, the kids, they were little. They say, hey, Dad, when you coming home? You know, when are you gonna, you know? So lo que we decided to, our family came first.
I'm going to ask you guys a question, both of y'all. Now, I remember when T-Town closed, when I was at T-Town from 91 to 94, and I was there 5 nights a week. from 7 o'clock till about 3 in the morning, 5 nights a week. My days off were Mondays and Tuesdays, and you don't know what to do on Mondays and Tuesdays except kick back and relax. Now, once we closed down, I'll speak for myself here, I didn't know what to do on weekends, man. I was like lost. Now, let me ask you guys, is that the way y'all felt?
Exactly.
But y'all, the first, I'd say first month, but I was so much into my family, and I was comfortable staying at home. The
transition wasn't
with my family, my wife, and just enjoying the weekends.
My first Saturday night, I will say honestly myself, my first Saturday night at home or my first weekend at home, I didn't know what to do. Hablándole esto, ¿qué están haciendo? No, pues, let's get together. Nos juntábamos nosotros hermanos como quiera.
A few times the band would get together just to get together.
Yeah, but I adjusted pretty quick. After that, my first Christmas at home, I said, wow.
The greatest feeling.
First of all, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Never home on Christmas. Yeah. And I asked my wife, ¿qué hacen? I knew she dice, pues nos juntamos at my cousin's house. We have a big old, Christmas Eve party. Pues hey, all right, let's go. And oh man, I loved it. I can get used to this. Then our first New Year's Eve at home. My wife dice, no, pues vamos ahí. We have fireworks display. Que pa' acá vamos. I loved it. And after that.
Yo también celebré because my first Christmas, I never forgot that. My daughter was 1 year old, and I got to be home. And then in New Year's Eve, when she was born, I wasn't there. When New Year's came that following year, I was so happy because I was with my family. So eventually, you kind of.
Sure. I remember when the first couple of weekends went by on my side, it was like, although I was at home and I enjoyed being at home, I felt like I need to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
I should be somewhere else. I shouldn't be here. Exactly. Maybe I forgot something. You know what I mean? Is that the way you guys felt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was. I mean, what? Me personally, since I was 4 years old, I was singing, and every weekend. And Lopez back in the day, because that was our living. We had to play every weekend. And that's all I knew is singing.
Yeah, I remember one week, I didn't know what to do. Let me go riding. I went and parked at the park here. Well, guess who gets there? Everybody else. The whole we were thinking the same thing. It was on a Saturday night. We didn't know what. So we were all 8 of us there. We weren't playing.
Hanging out.
Isn't that something? Well, I tell you what, you guys are back together now.
Yeah.
When did y'all get back together? About 6 months ago? A year ago?
April 13th.
April 13th was our first tocada. Before then, we had been doing a lot of practicing for about, 3 months?
3 months.
About 3 months straight every weekend, just practicing because, like me personally, I had been out of it completely. I hadn't done no singing in the shower, no nothing. I had done no kind of singing. Lupe he had his own group, his Christian band that he had been performing, and Mike también was helping out the groups on the drums, and then Jesse también would go out help out every once in a while. He le dije, well, if we're going to do this again, that was another thing. We wanted to make sure if we were going to do this again, we were going to sound like before.
Or better,
Or better, not any less. Because, we didn't want to hear, no, but they should have stayed retired. No, but se ven como que, like they haven't played in 18 years.
Right.
That's one thing that we rehearsed, the new members that we got, we were practicing, and we were a little hard on them because we wanted to make sure that they caught on to the Tierra Tejana style, the Tierra Tejana flavor, because we could not sound any less than what Tierra Tejana sounded like.
Now let me ask you this: how many original band members are back?
Ahorita somos seis.
Six originals.
Yeah, six originals.
How big is the band?
8 members.
8 members. 2 more, you could be Earth, Wind and Fire. with the brass. No, but really, so you got 6 originals, ¿verdad?
Yes, our 7th one era our bass player. He passed away, I believe, in 2001. I believe. He was and that was another hard thing because him and my brother Mike had been together all this time, and they carry el sabor de Tierra Tejana, el compás. You got to be tight. The bass and the drums, they have to be solid. Because that's what carries el sabor, el flavor, the heartbeat. The heartbeat.
Right.
Right. And to find another bass player, that was a challenge.
Sure.
And it was a challenge and not, because gracias a Dios,
thank God, man.
We found this guy Alex De Leon, and he had already been playing with Lupe and on with his band. Y pues Mike would help out Lupe también on the drums. So we left it up to Mike. you know, it's your choice. You know, you want to try a bunch of bass players. He said, no, I want to try this guy. He said, I think we can get it together.
Perfect. And it sounds like you did.
Yeah. Gracias a Dios. Yeah. And then, pues, our sax players, pues, we had a bunch of different sax players. The original horn section was the two trumpets, because Randy Lalaine, Luis Salinas, and my brother Jesse Gonzalez. So then we just needed to get one more, but somebody else that was willing to come in and blend in with us. Not try to do his own thing.
Right. You know? Do it Tierra Tejana style.
Right, exactly. We found Javier Guerrero, which his brother played trumpet with us years back. His twin brother, he's a twin also. So we again left it up to Jesse to choose whoever sax, because that was going to be his partner.
Okay.
You know, the sax.
Okay.
Y dijo, let's try him out. You see, salió, and then we went at it, practice to get our chops, como you say, get back. Me personally, I had to, you know, my voice, because I hadn't done any singing in 18 years. So
it's like any other. When you have a group of people, you gotta work together as a team, whether sports,
sound united
whatever,
again,
music. And that's the way we looked at it, and that's the way we work at it.
That's right. Now, let's talk about what's happening tomorrow night here in Seguin, Texas. Talk to me about this event.
Oh, man. After, a lot of people were asking when we did our first gig, you know, how come we didn't do it in Seguin? Well, we kind of wanted to wait on Seguin, because the plan at that time was we were going to do this for 1 year, and our last gig was going to be aquí in Seguin. You know, but, you know, everybody makes their own plans, but God makes the plans for us, you know, and everything changed. And now we said, let's go ahead and let's do Seguin, you know, but the tour is going to continue. We're going to keep playing. This won't be our last gig. We're going to continue till the good Lord says, okay, it's time to make a change.
It's kind of like, if anything, it's going to be like a diving board. It's going to jumpstart y'all to the next level and keep you going, you know.
Yeah, we kind of felt we were ready a year later to play here in Seguin.
And again, like I'm always saying, it's all in God's timing, and it just happened to work out that Tierra Tejana started in 1977 on February the 14th. That was our first gig. So 37 years later, we're going to be celebrating our anniversary as well as Valentine's Day, also Tierra Tejana's anniversary.
Now let everybody know, where is this going to be at in Seguin?
At the Fiesta Ballroom.
In Seguin. What time does the dance start?
It starts, I believe, at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Who's performing before you guys?
I believe Rudy Palacios, the Alamo City Band, and then we go on stage next, and then Yayo Castillo will close it out. The reason this is because another thing, when we decided to get together, we wanted to make sure and play in between to leave time to meet with the people, sign autographs, take pictures, you know, because if you and close out the night, normally the police or wherever they want to close up the place. They want everybody out as soon as possible. No nos da tiempo to talk to the people, mingle, shake hands, you know, take pictures, sign autographs, you know, all that good stuff. And that was one thing que nosotros, we always wanted to do, and we always appreciate la gente. You know, we thank them for, you know, all these years of supporting us, even when we weren't playing. And now that we're at it again, we want to make sure that we can say thank you to al público, you know, because they made Tierra Tejana.
That's right. And now I'm going to mention something here real quick also. You guys have a brand new DVD called The Legacy Tour of Tierra Tejana. It was recorded live in San Antonio at the San Antonio Event Center, April 13th, 2013. Now, this will be available at the dance tomorrow night,
yes,
¿verdad?
Yes.
Along with the CD itself, right?
The CD también, yes, sir.
So they got the CD and DVD. Y también camisas, pantalones, calzoncillos, everything Tierra Tejana. You can get everything Tierra Tejana. I'm telling you, man. Anyways, and one thing, the beauty of Tierra Tejana is they make themselves available after they perform, and they'll sign each and every person's autograph. Whoever wants autographs, they make themselves available.
We'll have posters available for la gente, you know, and we'll sign those posters for everyone. We'll have like an assembly line or, you know, a table where we'll all be sitting there and just go down the line and get everybody's signature and talk to us, say hi, or, you know, people that we haven't seen in 18 years, you know, and like here in Seguin, I want to say it might be maybe 20 years that we haven't played here in Seguin.
I got to tell you, if you missed Tierra Tejana when they performed in San Antonio in April, was right?
Yes, sir.
That's right, in April. What I tell you what, you get a second chance. You get a second chance. Seguin is like about a 30-minute drive from San Antonio. That's a piece of cake for anybody, I promise you. And you can get your souvenirs. You can check out Tierra Tejana. They will sign each and every autograph. Now, that being said, let's talk about. I'm going to bring something else up here real quickly because I've asked a lot of other band members this, so I need to ask you guys the same thing. I'd like to get input because this is very important to me and to the listeners. And although it's a sad event, but I'd like to hear people's opinions. Selena Quintanilla was killed back in 1995, if I got my year right. How did y'all feel when y'all found out that Selena was killed?
Numbness, a state of shock. I mean, her career was just about to, I mean, she had already had a career and a half as it was, from how she started. In fact, she played in one of our intermissions, and we played in Houston one time. She was a little girl que tendría.
She was 10 years old.
10 years old.
We knew her dad.
And vino Mr. Quintanilla, que if she could perform during our intermission, so yeah, and we saw her perform. I was like, wow, this little girl's got something.
We helped her quite a few when she was a young girl. My effect, I knew exactly where I was, and a friend of mine went and told me. I didn't believe that guy. I said not to be BSing me because you can't, fool around with that kind of stuff.
Of course, that's right.
And he said, no, I'm serious. Look, I got so sad I didn't know how to act because to me she was like a little sister because I remember her since she was little.
Yeah, right. She opened a lot of, she was about to open even more doors for a lot of people,
She had an effect on me.
Yeah,
sure. Now, I tell you what, we're going to go and close it out. Any last words to your fans? Pete, I'm going to go with Pete first. Go ahead.
Okay, pues,
I'll let Jesse close out.
Primeramente, I want to say thank you, for all those years of support. When Tierra Tejana started up until when we retired, and then even afterwards, we were here, our music still being played, being requested by la gente. And again, las gracias. First, also, queremos disculparnos for not telling anybody that we were going to stop playing because we didn't announce it. Us brothers talked about it, and we decided on this day, this is when that'll be our last gig, and we never told anybody. And a lot of people were asking, looking for us, what happened to you guys, where are y'all? And nosotros, we just rode out into the sunset and just left everything alone, and our apologies on that part, pero las gracias. Without la gente, without you guys, todos los medios, playing our music, internet, radio, keeping us still alive, and then now back again, still keeping us going. So lo que las gracias. All I had to say is thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And gracias a Dios.
Yeah, thank you por todo los people that have backed us up for so many years and still remember us. We appreciate y'all and todos los DJs, everybody in this Tejano market. We like to thank, and God bless y'all.
Awesome. I'd like to thank Tierra Tejana for joining me on Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more. I'm going to go ahead and close it out with El Popurrí de las Hijas de Don Simón. Robert Rivas Radio, Tejano, and much more.
A bailar esa morena cubana nos va a hacer hasta sudar. Baila este ritmo con la pura sabrosura, muévete negra que esto es canela pura, porque bailando tú eres reina donde quiera, por esa gracia con que mueve tus caderas. Chevrolet, Chevrolet. Como guana la cubana, el ritmo que se siente sabroso como jugo de manzana. Baile como guana la cubana, un paso para adelante y un paso para atrás, pero con ganas. Baile como guana la cubana, para seguir el ritmo se tiene que mover igual que Juana. Baile como guana la cubana, te vio bailar a Juana, me quedo hasta las 6 de la mañana. Baile como guana la cubana. Y ahora aquí tenemos la cumbia favorita de Rosa Amarilla. ahora aquí tenemos la cumbia favorita de María Isabel.
La playa estaba desierta, el mar bañaba tus pies, cantando con mi guitarra para ti, Marisabel. La playa estaba desierta, el mar bañaba tus pies, cantando con mi guitarra para ti, Marisabel. Coge tu sombrero y póntelo, vamos a la playa, calienta el sol. Coge tu sombrero y póntelo, vamos a la playa, calienta el sol. Piribiribi, pom 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 pom. Piribiribi, pom 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 pom. Piribiribi, pom 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 pom. Para ti, Marisabel. Piribiribi, pom 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 pom. Piribiribi, pom 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 pom. Piribiribi, pom 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 pom. Para ti, Marisabel.
Y ahora aquí tenemos a las hijas de Don Simón.